Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. We want you to know wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Now is the time we take a deep breath and we quiet our bodies and we quiet our minds and we prepare ourselves for service. In this bed, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this bedroom, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through my everything. For spirit, one spirit, is in this bed. In this bed, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our everything. For spirit, one spirit, is in this bed. In this very room, there's quite enough love for the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. There's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our everything. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very is in this very Oh yes, there's quite enough love, quite enough peace, and quite enough power right here in this very room. Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, I one moment in time, I will be, oh yes, we will be free. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime. When you live each moment in time, let it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, right there, in that one moment in time, I will be, oh yes, we will be free. Oh, yeah. Why will be free? Thank you so much. Well, once again, everyone, welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. We want you to know wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. I want to let you know that if any of you out there today are having a special birthday, anniversary, or celebration, just know we're sending our blessings to you today, because our mission here is to heal, inspire, empower, and prosper the world through love, prayer, meditation, and by sharing the principles and applications of successful living. I want to remind you, on Wednesday night, we have our Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection with Dr. Sharon at 7:30. This month, the theme has been Shift Happens. So please join us this coming Wednesday at 7:30. I know that many of you may be new viewers and wondering, what is Interfaith Spiritual Center all about? Well, I'm going to ask our in-house audience to join me on our mission statement of what we believe. What we believe. We believe in God, the one power, present source, and substance of all that is, whose will for us is eternal bliss, love, health, prosperity, and good fortune. We believe the power and presence of God is within us, and that we can use that power to accomplish anything through our desires, beliefs, thoughts, words, and actions. We believe there are many paths to God. We embrace and support every person's right to worship as he or she chooses. We believe we are eternal and are given unlimited opportunities to succeed and attain our heartfelt desires and goals through love, meditation, and by practicing the principles of successful living. We believe that heaven is first a state of mind that we can attain now and forever. We believe in the law of life that states we get back what we give out. We believe that as our humanness gives way to the divine, the Christ consciousness arises triumphant and victorious. And so it is beautiful. If you or someone you know is in need of affirmative prayer, please place it in the comment box right below me, and know that our ministry of prayer will pray over it for 30 days, because we do know affirmative prayer does change things. Well, we're still in the month of January, and our theme has been, we've only just begun in 2021. I'm going to state our affirmation, and then I'm going to ask everyone to please join me right after. When I lift up my energy to a higher frequency, shift happens, and so it is. Please join me. When I lift up my energy to a higher frequency, shift happens. Beautiful. So it is beautiful. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Now's the time I bring up Dr. Sharon, who's going to do a beautiful meditation for you. Thank you so much, and I'll be back shortly.
Good morning, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide, where we believe there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. And we are using it every single moment of our lives, whether we are consciously aware of it or not. This is why I love our way of life. And as we look at our theme, that shift happens, that energetically, that each and every one of us has the opportunity to grow, to unfold, and to expand. So as I share the morning meditation with you, and as you align with me, and as we acknowledge that a spiritual treatment is a positive prayer of alignment, we do not beg, bargain, or beseech an anthropomorphic God. We believe that God is everywhere present, the center of everything, the circumference of nothing, of no thing, everywhere present. So as I share this meditation with you, I invite you just to take a deep cleansing breath all the way down to the soles of your feet, remembering that your feet represent your understanding on the physical plane. So let's breathe deeply. Let's acknowledge that there is one life. That life is God's life, whatever you conceive your God to be. Whatever name you put on your higher power, it matters not. But to acknowledge that which is within us is greater than that which resides in the world of conditions, appearances, and effects that show up. I and my Father, Mother God are one. Jesus, who became the Christ, as his humanness gave way to the divine, the Christ consciousness arose triumphant and victorious. So on this morning, we acknowledge that all paths that lead to God are good. That right now, somewhere in the world, a Jew is saying her prayers, a Hindu is chanting a mantra, and a Buddhist is kneeling at her sacred shrine. Right now, at this very moment, someone is lighting a candle in a cathedral. Someone is making their hajj toward Mecca, for it is the will of Allah. And yet someone else is lighting a fire in a jungle, repeating an ancient mystical drama. Many, many pathways up the mountaintop, and the view is always the same from the summit. In the dawning of the spiritual sun, for a moment all faiths became as one. The Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, Jew became as one and somehow knew that mystic voice that calls to me, oh yonder, yonder person, I am thee. We are one. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that life is our life right here and right now. So let's just breathe deeply and acknowledge that our God is all-inclusive, beyond color, race, creed, sexual orientation, and political affiliation. The blood that courses through my veins is the same color of the blood that courses through your veins. And in this oneness do we live and move and have our being. So let us declare this morning that that which needs to be healed is healed, that which needs to be revealed is revealed, that which needs to be known is known, and that which needs to be released is released quickly, gently, and with grace. For I have not seen nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of humanity the things which God hath prepared for them that love. Love being the strongest healing power in the universe. We are so grateful to be in this way of life, to see through to the very heart and the energy of all that is. And I want to add, if there is anyone viewing this morning that possibly cried themselves to sleep last night, I want you to know that you are not alone. The love of God surrounds you, the light of God enfolds you, the power of God protects you, and the presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is. This is the truth for you and with you. So as we acknowledge this healing energy, as we let go and let God do what God does best by means of each and every one of us who heard the call and answered, we know that we are in perfect peace. Our mind is stayed on thee. We bless our body as the temple of the living God, of which and through whom which we do such a good work. We acknowledge that you are as close to God as I am ever going to get. And I am as close to God as you are ever going to get. And if I am in that place in me and you are in that place in you, there is only one of us. And let us know that God is our source, that we bless every avenue and channel in which our good flows, realizing and aligning that we are happy, healthy, prosperous, and free. This is the truth for us and with us. So at this moment, let us know that we are tipping the scales in favor of world peace and spirituality, that we come together, the 2 or 3 gather together for a higher purpose, and the holy I am presence is there in the midst of them. The Buddha nature, the energy of Christ consciousness is right here, right now. Peace, shalom. Peace, shante. Peace, salam. Peace, pax. Peace, pause. Peace, friden. Peace, 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 peace. And so it is. Amen. And now it's my great pleasure to bring to the podium the Reverend Dr. Joan of Angels, and she will be sharing with you something very, very special from Dr. Robert Holden, who is the author of Shift Happens, and we have loved his work. And I just invite all of you to go on Amazon, and if you have Kindle or whatever, and really embody his work, because I feel it is so profound and relevant. So we just welcome you today, and we're just so happy you're with us.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Sharon. Thank you, Reverend Fleet. Thank you to all of you out there with us today. So, points to ponder. Open all hours for miracles. When life is not working for you, you are being asked to give up. Yes, you are being asked to give up thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, habits, and fears that held you back. There can be no new miracles while you are holding on to old stuff. If you are like everyone else on this planet, you have been tempted 1,000 times to give up on life, happiness, and yourself. You have experienced failure, heartbreak, pain, and personal hell. It is one of the world's worst kept secrets that everyone, yes, everyone, has had a dark night of the soul, where we have all wanted to give up and die. Pain is a signal to let go, give something up, open up, try something new. Whenever you are stuck, out of luck, on your knees, or tempted to give up hope, ask yourself, what am I being asked to give up? Am I being asked to give up? Addiction to struggle, trying too hard, lack of faith in life, unworthiness, self-doubt, disbelief, expectations and plans. If we are going to be open all hours for miracles, we need to give up what no longer serves our higher purpose. I give up is a good place to be when you are willing to let go of what is not working for you. When you give up, you can put your mind in God's hands, and cynicism can make way for hope. Worry can make way for inspiration. Disappointment can make way for adventure, and the old can make way for something new and better. This is how miracles happen. Ask yourself, shall I live by memory or imagination today? Today is brand new. You have not done today before. Be wide open for miracles. Shift Happens, Robert Holden. Thank you. And now, the Reverend Prince Fleet.
Thank you.
Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts, a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we're not afraid. We know there's nothing to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. Though faith is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. You will when you believe. Easy to despair when all you hear are fears and lies. Easy just to run and hide, too frightened to begin. But if we dare to dare, don't wait for answers from the sky. Each of us can look inside and hear that song within. There can be miracles when you believe. Though faith is frail, it's hard to kill. Oh yes, who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. Oh yes, you will when you believe. It don't always happen when you ask, and it's easy to give in to all your fears. Well, but when you're blinded by your faith, can't see your way through the rain, a small but resilient voice says now it's very near. Oh, there can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Oh yeah, who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. Oh yes, oh how you will. You will when you believe. You will when you believe. Oh, yes, you will. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sharon Stroud.
Oh, that was so beautiful, wasn't it? And we do believe in miracles. We really do. I had posted to our miracle working ministry of prayer this morning that we were going to do a new thing. The Bible says, behold, I am doing a new thing. And that new thing was to StreamYard our message on 7 different pages on Facebook and also on YouTube. So this is all happening simultaneously. And our Joan of Angels came yesterday and spent 3 hours of us going through the energy of having a farther reach, because I believe so deeply in our way of life. And I have been a minister for 45 years consecutively, 46 this year. And what I know is that we all resist change in this whole technological thing. I mean, when I started out in the ministry, we didn't have computers. I mean, we had typewriters, right? We did mail, snail mail. We did all of that. So behold, I am doing a new thing, is to surrender to the old, to that energy of, I can't do this. And believe me, I have felt that way. And then an angel appears, our Joan of Angels, who I was really so moved this morning when Fleet was singing this song. And I looked around our room, and each and every beautiful person, our Doug Bredal from Washington, who is a Vietnam vet, who said that when he was in Vietnam, there was a new mother with a brand new baby, and she didn't have any soap, and he went in his backpack and he gave her his bar of soap, and he said she looked at him like he had given her a diamond ring. And I thought, what a miraculous moment that must have been for you, Doug, that you reach in and you just give something so simple that we all take for granted. And for that young mother, it was everything. So as I look around our room and I see our mystic Kay, who at Christmas time was really missing her late husband, Alex, who we adored. Alex was amazing. And a feral kitty had run in the house and had how many kitties? 5 kitties under her bed. And she said, I think this is a message from Alex, because he loved our feral cats that they always fed, and then they would have them spayed and neutered and what have you. And that this energy was such a gift. I thought it was miraculous. What feral cat runs in a house and has 5 kitties under your bed, unless it's a message from your loved one? And our Canella is here, Barton, who has had over 18 surgeries from an auto accident. And here she is, and she goes all over. She drives to Phoenix to see her brother. She comes here to Desert Hot Springs for the Rose of Sharon Sanctuary. And, you're radiant with your blue hair, especially. I just love anyone who gets out of the box and says, you know what? I'm going to have blue hair. In fact, my grandson for Easter had his mom do this whole purple hair thing. And it's supposed to, after, she said, a few washings, supposed to go, but, he had it for 3 months, purple hair, and he was pretty proud of it too. And our Joan of Angels, who gave up a very successful chiropractic practice to become a visionary artist, to become a minister, an ordained minister here at Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide, she's got technology skills. I mean, yes, I look around the room. She has technology skills. So here we are, 3 hours yesterday. And, I'm trying to follow, all of this. And I want to also thank Debbie Garcia of Spirituality Gone Wild Productions, who has set this all up for us so that we could extend our reach. And when I wrote to the Ministry of Prayer this morning, I said, please know the truth for us as we stream to 7 different pages, and that we do this work so that we can reach the multitudes with our life-transforming message. Yes, open all hours for miracles. And our Fleet would not be here if he had not heard a voice that said, you must go to Palm Springs, California. He lived in Florida, had a successful singing career, acting career, dancing, doing all kinds of amazing things, and heard the voice, you must go to Palm Springs, California. And he said his partner of many, many years, supported him in this. He came to Palm Springs and he went to another New Thought church that didn't really have the appreciation for him that we do. Blessed are they who have eyes that see, right? And ears that hear. And when I heard that, he was a professional singer, our singer had moved on, our vocalist. So all I had to say is sing something. And as he began to sing, I said, "You're hired." So when we look at everyday miracles, that we are open all hours for miracles. Miracles don't necessarily mean that you have to be like Jesus, who became the Christ. I mean, he knew who he was. He didn't see a blind man sitting at the gate. He saw a beautiful human being and just placed his hands on his eyes. And blessed are they who have eyes that see. He didn't see the man laying in his bed, he just said, "Pick up your bed and walk." He saw wholeness. He saw completeness. He saw the energy of who and what this beautiful being was. Pick up your bed and walk. And so in my own life, I've picked up my bed many times when it looked scary, and it's amazing being in a way of life for this long, 55 years. I've been in this way of life, 45, almost 46 years of it in June, in the ministry. And I heard that divine call, and I heard it as a child. And when I took that sandbox and I stood it up on its side, and it became my first pulpit, and put all those beautiful calendar pictures that the Christ Community Church was handing out in those days, and gave my first sermon on the loaves and fishes, and had all the little neighborhood kids there, and I'd offered them Holy Communion of peanut brittle. Anyone who talked did not receive it. It was very conditional in those days. And so now every holiday, my daughter gives me peanut brittle, because I have opened the space to allow God to do what God does best by means of me in an unconditional way, right? But isn't it amazing when we look at our everyday miracles, that we got up this morning, we took our first conscious breath, we, put our foot on the floor, and we didn't think, "Oh my God, is gravity going to be there for me? Oh, should I, shouldn't I?" No, we had faith, didn't we? We put our foot on the floor. We put one foot in front of the other. We went through the daily round. And as we acknowledge energetically that if we are open all hours for miracles, the miracle does come. And I was listening to this wonderful lecture on TED Talks by this great Indian magistrate from a little village. And he said when he was 9 years old, they had flags out and they were saluting this man. And he said to his teacher, and he said, it was a little village. And he said, and my parents, I was one of 7. So they had to borrow money for me to go to school. And he said, it was raining and my little uniform was, very, very wet. But I said to my teacher, "Who is that?" And he said, "He is the magistrate of the school." And he said, at 9 years old, he said, "Someday I'm going to be him, and all the students are going to wave flags at me." Well, guess what? Lo and behold, this man became the magistrate of that school. He went into Parliament. And when I was in India, and Dr. Natarajan sent me on this amazing tour with his chauffeur, and he sent his maids and his chef he had several houses in southern India, to go there and prepare for me when I got there. And when I would arrive at certain destinations, all the parliamentarians were there with all of these amazing shawls and gifts, and invite me into their homes, beautiful homes, and serve the luncheon on a beautiful banana leaf with all these vegetarian, wonderful, wonderful foods. And I sat there, thinking, I have been invited to go all over the world because I said yes. I said yes when I was asked to be the president of the International Foundation for World Peace and Research, in which I first declined because I felt there were other wonderful people in the room from all of academia that were much more qualified than me. I mean, there were the professors and there were the Attorneys Without Borders, Doctors Without Borders. I mean, it goes on and on. And when I declined and said, I'm the minister from Palm Springs, California, and look at all of you and all of the wonderful energies and the knowledge that you have. And Dr. Danny Shumad, who was the former chief of staff of the Hamburg Hospital in Germany, said, when you speak, we learn. And I thought, this is the universe giving me a message. And so I said, if you have that much faith, very humbly, in me, I accept. And with that, I found myself as part of the Nobel Peace Prize Commission, putting forth Dr. Emanuel Ida's name, who founded, just this 3 universities and 5 manufacturing companies and a reconciliation and peace center there, thousands of miles, that went on this university. It was amazing. And I found myself in every major country speaking on world peace. And what I know is, having been raised in domestic violence, with my sister taking her own life, it's part of my story, that for me, world peace begins with each and every one of us, doesn't it? What does the song say? Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. With God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. As we heal our own issues, as we come together with the acknowledgement that we are in the world, but of a higher vibratory frequency, and that we lift our frequency up. And I loved seeing the interview with Lilu. It's called On the Road with Lilu. And she's this amazing little interviewer that goes all over the world. And she said that she had lost her job in London, and she said she was crying and there was no money, and all of these things occurred, and she had an awakening. And now she is one of the top interviewers for Gaiam. And she interviewed Michael Rhodes, who is a mystic and lives in nature. And he said that when he was a little boy, that they went to his friend's aunt's. And he said, I was about 6. And I went into this special garden. She said he had a beautiful place and a little garden in the back. And it was like winter, but everything was in bloom. Everything was flowering. It was so amazing. And I thought, how are all of these things blooming and flowering? He said he was just amazed. And then suddenly the ant came out into the garden, and she smiled at each plant, the flowering plants. She smiled, and he got it. She loves them. She loves them. It takes the sun to make everything bloom. She was their sun. She was that radiant being of light. And when Booker T. Washington, who was the creator of the peanut and many, many things, someone said, how do you do all of this? I mean, look at, this is amazing, this crop you have. He said, I simply love them. I love them. So if we're going to be open all hours for miracles, we need to surrender to the past. We need to acknowledge with Dr. Ernest Holmes, who said, never limit your view of life by any past experience. Never limit your view of life the way, that we feel that we have failed and we did that before and it didn't work. Well, what did Thoreau say? He said, failure has a scientific quality. A good learner wouldn't miss it. Failure has a scientific quality. A good learner wouldn't miss it. So on this amazing day where technology, new technology, for us that have been on the planet, I was sharing with Joan, just think in 3.5 years, I'll be 80. Amazing, isn't it? And that I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm evolving, and that I love what I do and when I love what I do and do what I love, there's no greater combination in life than that. So that's what keeps us young. I've had people say, well, who did you get your facelift from? And I said, oh, mine's from God. It's a faith lift, not a face lift. It is a faith lift. So energetically, we come together to acknowledge that life is an amazing miracle. Life is unfolding in amazing ways. Blessed are they who have eyes that see. And on those lower energy days, Just, get on the slant board, take a rest, just allow yourself to light a candle, rather than curse the darkness, and to feel the energy of light and just rest in the energy of knowing that you are being regenerated, that you are being recreated. Your energy field at a DNA level, at DNA cellular level, is being absolutely heightened by our knowingness. Never ever use the sacred I am in a negative way, because whatever you say, when you say I am, we create our reality, whatever comes after that. So when we say I am happy, healthy, prosperous, and free, the universe responds to that. So when I say I am, realizing that my destiny is created by what follows, I am very, very conscious of the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart that are accepted and received by a higher power. Whatever we conceive that higher power to be, whatever name we put on it, it matters not. But to acknowledge that which is within us is greater than that which resides in the world of conditions that we have so often given our power away to. They're just conditions. And remember, they're facts, right? We're not ostriches with our heads, in the hole in the ground. We acknowledge what's going on. These are facts. However, they are not spiritual realities. This is our ground of being. Things show up so they can be healed and addressed and released and returned to their native nothingness from whence they came. And we are here to grow, to unfold, and to be all that we can be. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Behold, my energy is aligned with the energy of the universe, that we are co-creators with that intelligence, that loving presence, and that recognition that we are in the world, but not of it. We are of that spiritual energy. So I'm putting out a sign today. Open all hours for miracles. That we are ever expanding in the miraculous consciousness. And I recommend our Joan of Angel's beautiful book on the Miracle Club, where she has examples and she has a little workbook in there, and that we can acknowledge our everyday miracles, that we can give gratitude. And as we give gratitude, what happens? Gratitude is a magnet for miracles, right? Gratitude. That we can look under the bed and there's baby kitties that are now crawling and are adorable and finding homes for. If you need a kitty, we've got your kitty. If you're in the Coachella Valley at all, how many do we have left?
3.
We have 3 kitties left, and these are little miracle kitties. And isn't it wonderful that in this group here today, there's 6 of us, and that the miracles are just pressed down, shaken together, and flowing over into every area of our life. That someone can receive a bar of soap, and to them it's a diamond ring. That someone else can be in an auto accident and not let that stop her to fulfill her destiny, to be who she is, to show up. And I've co-authored a book called Showing Up. The power is in the asking. And if we don't ASK, we don't GET, do we? So, Robbie Motter, I also want to acknowledge you for the wonderful friend you've been for so many years and such a supporter of my work. She has nominated me for every award that you can ever think of. I mean, I'm Riverside County Woman of the Year. Robbie Motter, she nominated me for that. She goes, no, this is a difficult thing to get into. I'm just so proud of you. Nominated me for the Lifetime Achievement Award from the White House, which I received on 3 different occasions. If I live long enough, I'll have, just a whole Lifetime Achievement Awards just stacked up, won't I? Because this way of life allows us at a DNA cellular level to realize that we are ageless, we are deathless, we are beings of light, and we are open all hours for miracles. So we're all going somewhere. Where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Because we are in a high place and we will not come down. None of these outer things move us. We are in a high place and we will not come down. So I say to you, namaste. The God in me celebrates the God in you, and the God in you celebrates the God in me. And if I am in that place in me and you are in that place in you, there is only one of us. Namaste. And I say, shalom, the peace that passes all understanding. And God bless us, every one. I love you. I'm grateful for you. And it's a marvelous day to be open all hours for miracles. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do want to announce our amazing Reverend Prince Fleet Easton, who is singing a song that Doug and I requested because it's such a beautiful, amazing song. So take it away, Reverend Prince.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of a rolling wind can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and we see it through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. Can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wonder that we got this far. Oh, and can you feel the love tonight? It is laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone, if they'll only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's no rhyme or reason to the wild outdoors, when the heart of the star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wonder how we got this far. Oh, and can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
And now everybody, Dr. Sharon Stroud will be taking our offering.
This is our time of giving and receiving. And, you know, I say this every Sunday that we have not been able to receive a physical offering since last March, but because of you and our beautiful, beautiful, wonderful energy field, I mean, we usually have between 4 and 6 of us here at the Rose of Sharon Sanctuary. And we have an interfaith angel as well. Our doors are open. And I feel that this is a powerful message. This is a universal message of oneness that moves beyond all boundaries and borders and embraces all. And it's a new day in our country as well. And as we bless our nation and each other, we know that nothing and no thing can stop a divine idea in the mind of God whose time has come. The time is now and the place is where we are. So say with me, it's in your program. I don't want you to repeat after me, you know, it's in the interest of time. Just say with me, I give this gift with love and joy.
I give this gift with love and joy.
I give this gift as beautiful expression of my love.
I give this beautiful expression of my love.
And giving to God,
And
I
giving
give
to God,
to
I give to
myself.
myself.
I give thanks for the abundance that is mine, and so it is. Wonderful. Great. Yeah, it's in your program. Yeah. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. And we get our hands together. We do this. And the reason we do that is we are activating all 5 key elements of the universe, beginning with earth, water, fire, air, and ether, saying thank you, Father, Mother, God, for the generosity demonstrated on this glorious Sunday. So beautiful with our snow-capped mountains. We receive them and we are grateful, knowing the same opening we get through is the same opening we receive through. And so it is. Amen. And so we have an interesting screen on our StreamYard, but I still invite anyone that wants to come up and share our beautiful theme song. Our closing theme song has been Shower the People with Love. And you can't do any better than that.
Well, you can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me how you gonna stand there with a broken heart, afraid of playing the fool. You know one thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, do it twice. And just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I mean to say is, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You know that you can run, but you can't hide. This is widely known. And what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself, all alone. You know what you tell somebody, the way you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I guess it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. So you better shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I mean to say is, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Make it rain, rain love. Make it rain, rain love. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. As I always say in the beginning of our service, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. And I want to also let you know that we are sending our blessings out there to you today. So please join us next week at 10:30 at the same time and have a beautiful, blessed day. Mwah!